Hi everyone, welcome to this short presentation. Me and my colleague will present a 15 minutes video on the topic why do young girls marry older men? I will take the introduction and conclusion part of the topic and my colleague will take the main body in which she will explain and further elaborate on the fundamental or key reasons why young girls marry older men nowadays. Young girls marry older men, it's all about involved in polygamy marriage practice where they know already that man has a lot of um, wives there since he is old, but they're risking their lives and they get married to those old men. They are not even get married to their same age but older than them. According to psychology, Eric Erikson, he stated that at the age of 12 to 18 it's adolescence, but girls are still get married to older men nowadays. However, according to our small research, we have interviewed three different people. Their responses were similar. They all said that they get married to money, not the real man. It really challenging us, the young ladies, with that statement. Also, Sika point out that this type of marriage has both advantage and disadvantage side of it. Advantage like they will have mutual respect. People will respect them because they have a lot of money, or they will look up at them where they are super enough in every dimension of life. They are enough. So back at our society, they will respect, but also it comes with challenges also. For example, like back in our community, if we see that something is going against our culture, we have the culture there. So we see that those old men get married to young women. We used to backbite and stigmatize on them, and also we discriminate them. Though it's not our business, but we have the culture there. That's why we get on those old men getting married to young girls. We used to talk about them. However, there are many reasons to this, but my colleague will only state the three key or fundamental reasons on this and elaborate further on that.
I will explain or elaborate further why young girls married an older man. There are several reasons why young girls marry an older man, but me and my colleague we selected only three reasons that which is practiced today in our society or our country. Point number one: financial stability. Number two: resource connection and access. Number three: maturity and respect. Okay, number one point: financial stability. Financial stability, it's all about the older man. He already have resources. He have a finance if stable. So many young girls they decided to marry an older man. With that point, we come up with 2 points. Number one, forced married. Forced married is when the parents or the relatives back at home they saw that the older guy he already have a business or resources or finance. They decided to force their daughter to marry an older man because of that resources and finance. So they force their girls, their daughter to marry an older man. Number two, the willingly married. Nowadays many girls, they don't want to waste their time. Many girls they left school. They don't want to come up with little business or sell things, made of income. They saw that Older guys, they have already have resources, have cars, have houses, have all those things, so they willingly married the older man. So these are the 2 points which young girls they decided to marry an older man. Back to point number two, resource connection and access. It's all about that older guy have already a business like trade store, a car business, have other connection. But back at the village, uh, men who have a lot of pigs, who have a big amount of copy project, they have a big amount of land mass. These are the guys many young girls want to marry. So nowadays there are two types of girls they decided to marry an older man. Some girls they married for a sake of married. They married on top of the riches which older men have. They married because he already have a business. He already have a finance. He already have a car. So they married to enjoy themselves, to feel attractive from others. So they married an older man. Other girls they married an older man because they want to achieve their goals. They have a thought that back at if they married an older man, they want to do the other business within the business which is the older man already have. So they decided to marry an older man. Among this point, I want to use one as an example. At back at my village, one lady, she married to an older man. That older guy, he has already have a business, car business. So she married to that older guy, and he say he's have a business to her, and now she run a car business in Ley Mosbian again. So you see, there are two types of girls. One, they want to achieve their dreams or goals. They want to get help from that older guy. They want to further study or they want to do a business. So they decided to marry the older man. Other they marry to enjoy themselves. Point number three, um, maturity and respect. Many girls today they don't want to marry the same age because they say that there are a lot of problems in a marriage, like family problem, like financial problem. They argue with little things, so they don't want to face us life. So they decided to marry an older man because older man he already know what is life because he experienced. Um, his age is almost 50 to 60, so he know what is life, how to manage money, how to look after the kids, or wife, or home. So they want to feel safe, so they decided to marry an older man. Among that 3 point we select one very important why young girls they want to marry the older men because the love of money, as my colleague already mentioned. We interviewed three different people and they gave similar feedback. Many young girls nowadays they married an older man, or not because of love of that guy, but they married an older man because of the love of money. So my friends will further conclude and summarize what we have been discussed on this topic.
To summarize our topic, most of the young girls marry older men due to many reasons. But out of those many reasons, financial stability or the money power is one of the fundamental reasons that we have found out during our presentation and research. Money is the power that hook them to get married to those old men because they are not getting married to their same size or age. They are married to those older men, which they already knew that they have those old men have their wives already, but yet they get married to those old men because they know that They have a lot of money in them, so they will get access to those money. That's why money is the power that control those young ladies to get married to those old men. Another thing that we have to find out was resource accessibility. Girls decide that when they get married to those old men, they will get access to those resources. This is the hidden or mindset behind them that enforce those young girls to marry those older men nowadays. Regardless of their age or physical appearance, they never care. They just go for those old men because money is the key. It's enforce them to get married to those older men. But it has both advantage and disadvantage side of it, where I already explained in the introduction. But to sum up here, it's that the advantage side of it is according to Seeger, psychological Seeger, he has said that they will highly respect them. Like back in our community, yes, it does happen. Like we see that men has a lot of things we have to look up on them, or we see them as a superior to us. When we used to respect them, though he sometimes done something wrong, but we have to um, respect them. Our respect is still there. Self confidence and respect in them is still there. But it has also bad side of it, where Sika also point out that it has some challenges to it also. For example, like back in our communities, we see that the old men get married to little girl have to discriminate and stigmatize on them because when we see them roaming around in the local markets or towns or on the bus, this one we have to discriminate them because we see it's not right regarding our culture and norms of the society. With men as already the grown up kids are there, also we have some wives also there, but we see that and then we discriminate them. So it has bad side of it. Almost 95% it has the bad side of it, and only 5% advantage side of it. Like also according to our small research, we have find out that there were three people interviewed and then all their responses were similar. They have said young girls get married to money, not the real men. And with that statement, it's really challenging us, the young ladies. However, me and my colleague, we have suggested and come up with supportive points to our opinion that we should abolish this daddy issue according to Freud, which is daddy issue. It's like young girls might, at the back of their mind, they might think that when they get married to those old men will look after them as their daddies. That's why the young girls get married to those older men. We think that in that way, we have to abolish this because that old man is different from their daddy. So that old man will not look after them and feed them as their daddies. That's why we, as young ladies of this nation, we have to abolish this daddy issue according to Freud. And also, we suggest that we must not, or we should say no to forced marriage. Like back in our societies, when our people sees that men has a lot of resources, stability, and all this, they are forcing us, the young ladies, to get married to them. We are not anymore. They should not force us to get married because our lives is very important. So we have to make right decision. Okay, another thing, we must not commit adultery. According to Exodus 20 verse 14, we must not commit this adultery. Like young girls married to older men, it's like they're committing the adultery there. Because older men are not still single till old. He have some wives, he have some grown up kids. Because of money and the stability and resources, yes, they will end up in get married to those old men. So we must not commit this adultery. Okay, to finish off, we have to make wise decisions, but by choosing a right partner that it will benefit us and also, most importantly, for the common good of our future kids.